Glad to be here today.
Amen.
It's been a month. Brother's been gone, but he's always invited me to come and worship with y'all. And I made it once before. Today, I told my husband, I said, well, I wanted to come down and be in service with y'all. Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Because yesterday, he would have been 71.
Bless.
It was his birthday. So in honor of him, I wanted to come down and just be with y'all in service. Anyway, and it's just one of the valleys that we go through. Amen. We go through a lot of valleys. But it's the valleys that help us to grow, and to learn, and to be more like Jesus every day. You gotta walk that lonesome valley. You gotta go there by yourself. No one here can go there with you.
That's right.
You gotta go there by yourself. Or I hear the voice of Jesus to the harvest fields away. Harvest is ripe, the rain is falling. You will go and work today. You gotta walk that lonesome valley. You gotta go there by yourself. No one here can go there with you. You gotta go there by yourself. Many loved ones are up yonder, waiting on that golden shore. Let's prepare to go and meet them. Where sad hearts come no more. Till then, you gotta walk that lonesome valley. You gotta go there by yourself. No one here can go there with you. You gotta go there by yourself. You gotta go there by
Bless. Father, bless you. Touch your Lord.
You know, sometimes we grow kind of dry, you know, but I'm thankful to God for all the rain and
Amen.
moisture that we got, you know, and sometimes in our walk with the Lord, we grow a little bit dry and we need to feel my cup here. Like the woman at the well.
No. No, don't call him up here either. He was rough last time. That's the reason I missed last time. You know, they wasn't here. Somebody wasn't doing a whole lot of praying that day. I don't know who it was. Amen. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Amen.
God bless you.
Amen. Bless.
I've sang this song here a while back, and I kind of introduced the song saying I hadn't sang it in public in my lifetime, and it didn't go so bad, so God said, let's sing it again. You know, we just think we're going to live forever, friends. I'm just telling you, that's how we are as mortal human beings. We just think that tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to work, you know, and but that may not happen. I'm just telling you. We all know that, but we just go through life thinking, it'll be all right. But this song talks about the fact that we think we have plenty of time. Plenty of time.
How true.
I got up one Sunday morning, went to the church at 10. Listened to the words I heard time and time again. The preacher spoke of sinful lives, and it seemed he spoke of mine. But I was young, I had plenty of time.
Yeah.
On down life's pathway, living as I wish to live. To beat the other fellow, out to get what life could give. Money is not sinful, having fun is not a crime, so I'll just wait. I've got plenty of time. Plenty of time to decide where I'm bound to eternal darkness, to a heavenly crown. I'm just a young man, not yet in my prime, so I'll just wait. I've got plenty of time. Before I knew what happened, first days that passed away, millions stood before God's throne, for it was judgment day. Now eternal darkness beckons, and the name it calls is mine. Oh, what I thought I had plenty of time. Eternity awaits. Now I've got plenty of time to think of all the days that Christ could have been mine. My life is over, and now I'm left behind here with nothing but plenty of time. Now I've got nothing but plenty of time.
Amen.
Plenty of time. Don't we think we all got plenty of time? Y'all just stay up here if you don't mind, Brother Joy. I apologize. Lord has kind of changed my message this morning. I love it when God changes my message. because He knows what we need to hear. Amen. Of course, this is Mother's Day in the book of Proverbs in the 31st chapter, and I'm not going to read over there, but it's talking about who can find a virtuous woman. For her price is far above rubies. It goes on down, and I was reading that this week, and in the Bible, if you read, it's got different words, situation there, and then down at the bottom of my deal, it tells what some of those words mean in other words. And one of them I found out that where it's talking about it, she gets up early in the morning or, in the still night and prepares breakfast. And don't say breakfast in the Bible, but if you run references down there, it actually talking about food, Brother Johnny. But I just kind of put breakfast in, and I thought, Lord, I can't preach that this morning. But I don't know very many in our church that gets up early at night and cooks breakfast in the morning. How many of you ladies cook breakfast early in the morning? Wow. What time, Sister Brenda? 6 o'clock. How many of y'all up at 6 o'clock? I'm telling you, I used to do that. I tell my wife, she said, I'm getting up about 6 o'clock, 6:30, and I'm going to fix you breakfast. I said, when it's ready, wake me up, would you? So, but listen to me. This morning I thought about, thank God for all the moms that's sitting in here. And I pray that God's blessings be upon you, your home, and your family. But I want to share with you something that the Lord has laid on my heart this morning. And Brother Dove sung the song, and he's going to come and sing that song again, because we think we have so much time in this world today. I was talking to a young man at the hospital the other day as I was sitting, as me and Brother Jim was sitting with Brother Bill at the ball as he's going through surgery. And we was talking about his daughter. Remember when she was born? And seemed like that she's probably all 8, 9, 10 years old now. I was talking to him, he said she just got her driving permit. And I said, you got to be kidding. Listen to me, friends, time passes so fast in the world today. My dad always said the older you get, the faster it goes. How true that is. But I want you to listen to me in the book of James, in the 4th chapter, the 14th verse. This is what I want us to look at for just a moment. Whereas you know what shall be on for tomorrow. We don't know what tomorrow holds, brothers and sisters. But I can promise you I know who holds tomorrow. Amen. For what is your life? You've heard Brother Dave quote this verse many a times. It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time, and then vanishes away. I always looked at that, and I use it a lot of times on our funeral as an example that, you see the vapor as it comes out of steam and water, and you can see it coming up from the water pan, and it gets up so high and it just disappears. The Bible tells us that's what our life is all about. It don't tell us how long it's on the baby cry when it starts rising and when it disappears. But we stop and look around in this world today. And as I was sitting in here, I was saying, thank you, Lord, for every mom that's sitting in this congregation this morning. I'm praying this morning, Lord, of all the moms that allows to be in our church services this morning. I pray that your greatest hand will reach down to them. Father, I pray that you bless them not just today, but in the weeks, and the months, and the years to come. Would you wrap your loving arms around all of those moms? And I thank God for that. And that's still my prayer this morning. But I want to share with you this morning, as I was sitting up by Brother Dove and Jack this morning, God come to me and he put this verse in my heart and in my soul and in my spirit this morning. For what is your life? That's what he asked me question. What is your life? A virtuous woman is a godly woman. For her price is far above rubies. But I was thinking this morning, I've had women in this church get up a lot of times and talk. I'll use Sister Cecile for an example. I've heard her say many a times about her mom. My mom, I remember when my mom done this. Remember when Sister Cecile's mom passed away. Love Sister Cecile, and I'm not trying to bring back memories of hurt this morning, because my mom's gone also in 1991. God knocked on the door and called my mom home on February the 11th. And on February the 11th, 1993, he called my wife's dad home. So when February the 11th come around, we kind of get all crunchy, you know, and didn't want it to be here because we didn't know who God was going to call home. But I want you to understand, God didn't call him home because he was mad at him. God didn't call him home because he was upset with them. God called him home because the Bible said that you have an appointed time, and God's going to knock on your door and call you home. I say that this morning because, listen to me, there's a lot of people sitting in this congregation whose mom, that God's done knocked on the door. And mom called them home. Moms or dads, I don't care who it is this morning. But I would probably be willing to say, now, of all the $1 million that Brother Craig's got in the bank, but I would probably be willing to say, I know I would. I don't have a whole lot of money. But I can tell you one thing, I would give everything I had to see my mom sitting on this front pew one more time. I would love to be able to walk over and wrap my arms around her and kiss her on the cheek like I used to, Sister Terry, and say, Mom, happy Mother's Day. But that's in the past. But listen to me, one of these days I'm going to get to wrap my arms around her again. And I'm going to get to tell her or my dad how much I truly love her. I want you to listen to me this morning. Do not take things for granted today. I've seen families as a pastor friend being tore apart because they couldn't get along and they fussed and they argued and they griped. I want you to understand that's no way of life. Jesus does not like that, because God has blessed us with families. And I thank God for the families we have in our church this morning. I thank God for the home. I thank God for all the moms that's here. And let me share something with you, brothers and sisters. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what the problem is. If your mom said it in this church this morning, do not forget to hug her neck and tell her that you love her. Because I want you to understand, them moms have sent a lot of prayer up for you and I. Up for you and I. Now I'm telling you, I'll be honest with you. Friend, me and my mom, I love my mom. We didn't always get along good. You know, I remember coming home on the school bus, remember? And my mom would be standing on the front porch, have her arms like this, patting her feet. And Dale Montgomery was my bus driver. Now, I didn't have a whole lot of money in school, but I said, Dale, I'll give you all the money I got if you won't stop at my house. Then keep on going. That's my mom standing on the front porch, and she's upset. But I want you to understand, I'd love to take a scolding from my mom this morning. I'd love to say one more time, Shorty, not Potchy or Pudgy. But she'd say, Shorty, because that's what they always call me. Sit down. I'd rather for my mom take a belt or a big old hickory switch and give me a whooping to send me on down the road and say, sit down, I want to talk to you. Because that went a whole lot farther. And that hurt a whole lot more than the switch. But we take so many things for granted. For what is your life this morning? For what is your life? Think about what we was talking about this morning. For what is your life? For it's like the vapor that'll vanish for a little while. You have no promise for tomorrow, but you have a promise on who holds tomorrow. And so this morning I want to share this with you. I'm going to ask Brother Doug to come again. Brother Dave, I want to ask you a question. What did you give your mom for Mother's Day? Well, Brother Dave, I didn't have a whole lot of money. I can relate to that. Been through those times. I couldn't buy her a whole lot of things. Let me share with you, friend. Last week I preached on the little things, remember? It's the little things that add up. So I want you to understand, what would be the most precious thing that you could possibly give your mom this morning? Just reach down and take her hand and say, Mom, I love you. Maybe Mom's not here. Just get her on the phone. I mean, listen, there ain't no problems in this church. Everybody knows what a phone is. Amen. would just call her and say, Mom, I just want to wish you happy Mother's Day. But I want to tell you something. You don't have to give them a great big thing. Just to hear somebody say, I love you, is the greatest gift that you can possibly give. Mom, I love you this morning. How precious you truly are to me this morning. I want you to just stop and think about that. So I just want you to stop and realize this morning, we take so many things for granted in this church today. We take so many things for granted in life. Now I want you to understand, oh, it's all about this, it's all about that. Listen to me. There's not a one sitting in this church is going to get in your sin standing before the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords one of these days. I preached a message several years back. A good old boy or a Christian. A good old boy or a Christian. We've got a lot of good people in this world. But unless you've had the blood of Jesus poured upon you, and you've asked Jesus to come in your heart, you will not enter into the kingdom of heaven. And I thank God for those that knelt at the foot of the cross of Calvary and said, Lord, would you come into my life? Would you be King of Kings in my life? And I thank God for all the moms this morning. Brother Doug comes to sing. We got plenty of time. Well, I'll tell her tomorrow. I'll call her next week and tell her how much I love you. If your mom's here this morning, you take the time right now. You want to come to the altar to pray? Well, you just come. There's no greater grief than say, Mom, let's go as a family this morning. Right now. Right now. Get them by the hand. Right now. Come on. Come on. I promise you, friend, if you don't, you'll regret it. God's giving you this time right now. Next week, there may not be no time. I've got plenty of time. Bless Lord. Oh, bless Lord. Have your hand upon it. Come on. This right here is what holds a church together. Be willing to pray for one another. Be willing to tell somebody that you love them. What is the greatest gift? Thou shalt love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind. And the second is like it to the first. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. He didn't say love, he didn't give. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Father, this morning in the precious name of Jesus, as you look up on my brothers and sisters around this altar, I give you the praise, Lord. Father, would you wrap your loving arms around this family? Father, would you bless them from the top of their head to the soles of their feet? Father, would you use them today? Father, would you anoint them today? Father, would you hold them? We claim that victory today because truly the victory is ours. Oh, thank you. I praise you. I praise you. Glory be to God. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Eternal darkness beckons at the name you call.
Oh, Father, the precious name of Jesus. Father, wrap your loving arms. Father, I know it's hard. Father, I know.
Now I've got plenty of time.
Thank you for that. Father, would you hold me next day, Father, we pray.
And now I'm left behind.
Oh, hallelujah. How true. How true. Praise God.